Hey guys, Brandy S. Turpin here, aka Coach B. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are you guys enjoying the Press Refresh Intensive on Self-Love? I'm super excited to be here again to just talk about some more things. So to review really quick, we've talked about self-affirmations and using self-affirmations to defeat the lie. I hope you guys have been doing your 30-day affirmation. We also talked about breaking the curse of comparison, and no longer comparing ourselves to the people we see on social media or the people that we see around us, the people that are boasting about things that we may not have in this season. So today I want to talk about in the meantime. In the meantime, what do you do? How do you care for yourself? How do you love yourself in the meantime? And the damage of not loving yourself while you're waiting on Prince Charming or Princess, what are we gonna call her? Let's know that as we are talking about self-love, this is not just speaking to single people. I may speak on a single person's perspective because I am single, but it's not only for single people. If you're in a relationship, dating, seriously dating, engaged or married, all these tips and tools for self-love apply to you as well. Princess. Can't think of a name for her, so she'll just be Princess. So, okay, so talking about in the meantime, what do I mean by that? While you are waiting on your significant other to come, or while you're just in a phase of your life where it's just you and you don't necessarily have someone loving on you. You may not have friends and family loving on you. You may feel super lonely. What do you do now? So I'm going to give you just a couple of things that you can do right now that will increase your self-love because you're going to be working and building on yourself. So that is the first step. Build. In the meantime, you should be building. What do I mean by that? You should be building your brand. You should be building your education, your career, your house, your family, your wardrobe. You should be building on those things that make you feel good about yourself. Build your brand. Work on that thing you've always wanted to work on. Take a class you always wanted to take. Work on your body. Go to the gym. Get those healthy habits, healthy eating habits. Try cooking classes. Try those things that are building you up. Try those things that are making you feel better. Get your credit straight. Grab and climb yourself out of debt. Increase your savings account. That's what I mean. These are things you can build on. And of course you can continue these once you're in a relationship. But right now, these are things you're not only building on, but they are things that make you feel better about yourself. Because in this meantime, you have to love yourself. And you're going to feel better about yourself when your credit score is going up. You're going to feel better about yourself when you're consistently working out and eating better and going to the gym. You're going to feel better about yourself when you're expressing yourself and you're involved in activities. So build self-care. And that goes into building. How are you caring for yourself? You can be in this phase of sadness and loneliness and depression, and that begins to be what you manifest. It shows physically, it shows emotionally. And what happens? Going back to that self-fulfilling prophecy. I feel sad, I feel depressed, I feel lonely. And then you build up a wall / defense mechanism and you subconsciously shut people off. So you're walking down the street or you're at a party or you're at the grocery store and you are subconsciously shutting people off because of the coat that you're wearing, the coat of sadness, loneliness, and depression. So you have to care for yourself. Self-care looks different for everyone. Some of our self-care includes getting your hair, getting your hair and nails done. Some is working out and feeling good about your physical appearance. Some are maybe a vice, such as shopping. But figure out what makes you feel good. Self-care could be just meditation and relaxing. Self-care does not have to cost money, but you have to care for yourself and build yourself up during this season. It's so essential that you do that while you are waiting. Another tool. This is going to be like an in-your-face tool. Ask yourself and answer yourself. Ask yourself, would I date me? This is really something to think about because off the top, you're like, what you mean? Of course I'll date me. I am fly, I am fine, I am sexy. I already have my body, well kept. I'm muscular, I have a flat stomach, booty looking nice. Of course I would date me. But I'm talking about dig. I'm talking about dig deep. If you met, I'm gonna speak, about a male because I like men. If you meet a man and he has the same credit score that you have. I don't know what your credit score is, but if it's low, if you meet a man with a low credit score, are you going to be attracted to that? If you meet a man with a beer belly, you may. I'm just putting out stereotypes. If you meet a man with a beer belly, are you going to be attracted to that? If you meet a man that's living with his parents, are you going to be attracted to that? If you meet a man that can not afford to take you to the movies, are you going to be attracted to that? If you meet a man that is an entrepreneur and he's hustling, but his business has not grown yet, are you going to be attracted to that? The answer may be yes, but the answer may also be no. So ask your questions. Would I date me in my current state? If I met a man and he was sad and lonely and depressed, and that showed through his eyes and through his soul and on his outer, would I want to date that? Think about it. Dig deep into yourself and identify those things that you say. That's probably really not attractive to the opposite sex. It's probably really not attractive to someone seeking to be my life partner. Would you have to be able to have a list of negotiables and non-negotiables. Point blank, period. In this meantime, create that list. What does that list look like? Because, again, some of these things are things we kind of sort of know, or we just think in our head, but we don't really know. So make a list. This is my non-negotiable. I will not bend. I will not break. So write that list so that when that thing comes, when that person comes, you will not be confused. You will not just accept this person into your life and they have a non-negotiable because you're so lonely, you're so sad, you're so depressed. There are some things, morals and values and beliefs that we have that we just cannot bend with. We just can't. We just can't. You have to figure that out. Only you know that. And that goes back to just knowing your personal core values and the things you look for in a person. Not what your mama think, not what your pastor always told you growing up, not what your auntie said. This is about what you want. What do you want and what do you not want? Make that list. You need to be aware of those things. How you damage yourself in the meantime. Ways we damage ourselves. So just for a quick review, speak your affirmations daily over yourself. Break the curse of comparison. Decide that you are no longer going to try to be like others. And focus on your in the meantime. Focus on that. Build yourself. Practice self-care. Make your list. Identify what you will and you will not stand for. Love you guys so much. Peace and blessings, Coach B.